This is Sri Aru Aurobindo, A Call to New India, an animation film in English. Oh, okay. Hit play, right? Yep. Okay, that's interesting.
August 15th, 1947, is the birthday of free India. It marks for her the end of an old era, the beginning of the new age. But we can also make it by our life and acts as a free nation. An important date in a new age opening for the whole world, for the political, social, cultural, and spiritual future of humanity. On this day, I can watch almost all the world movements, which I hope to see fulfilled in my lifetime. Though then, they look like impracticable dreams, arriving at fruition or on their way to achievement. In all these movements, free India may well play a large part and take a leading position.
Call to New India. Like it.
The first of these dreams was a revolutionary movement which would create a free and united India. India today is free, but she has not achieved unity. Unity may finally come about under whatever form. The exact form may have a pragmatic, but not a fundamental importance. But by whatever means, in whatever way, the division must go. Unity must and will be achieved, for it is necessary for the greatness of India's future.
Yeah, there's nothing worse for a nation than not putting your nation and your neighbors first. And by neighbors, I basically mean your states, and accepting one another. And multicultural, incredibly, in India. I mean, the U.S. suffers with that as well. And I actually mean suffer. it is difficult for a nation to have a multitude of languages, especially India, a multitude of languages, beliefs, ethnicities, and just everything all around, and then everyone just seeing everything else as, oh, you're wrong, you're wrong. I mean, heck, we have 2 parties here in the U.S., and already we have massive issues. But you have to be able to talk and discuss and accept other people's perspectives, even if you don't see eye to eye. And that's the thing, you have to be unified. Even if you don't accept the other or you don't see or completely agree with the other person, you can acknowledge them and be like, it's okay. We can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree. Hey, boy. He's wanting to steal the show.
Another dream.
Second dream. China.
Was for the resurgence and liberation of the peoples of Asia. And her return to her great role in the progress of human civilization. There, India has her part to play and has begun to play it. The third dream was a world union, forming the outer basis of a fairer, brighter, and nobler life for all mankind. Here too, India has begun to play a prominent part, and her presence may make all the difference between a slow and timid and a bold and swift development. Unification is a necessity of nature, an inevitable movement, but an outward basis is not enough. There must grow up an international spirit and outlook. International forms and institutions must appear.
Yep. Exactly. The world must be accepting of everyone in the world. That's one of the biggest issues. It's like how some people just can't accept other walks of life, or how some communities, like, okay, so in Canada, there are certain communities that cause absolute problems because they don't respect the community they've moved to. And then it puts a bad light on the peoples that traveled there. It just makes them look bad. You've always got to be very respectful when you travel around. And like, because like I get news and people complaining and rioting, and like my wife always sends me articles. Oh, this happened to this group of people. This happened to this group of people. And I'm like, well, they're being obnoxious and breaking the law. Did they get rights to do that celebration? Did they get the rights to? Because you can't just have a celebration just because it's done in one place of the world doesn't mean it happens here. And then people will see that, just like with the protesters. People who protest for a deal, as soon as you stop them from getting to work, they're disinclined to accept your perspective because you're impeding what they need to do. So you always have to talk with people.
Perhaps such developments as dual or multilateral citizenship, willed interchange of voluntary fusion of cultures. Nationalism will have fulfilled itself and lost its militancy, and would no longer find these things incompatible with self-preservation and the integrity of its outlook. A new spirit of oneness would take hold of the human race. Another dream The spiritual gift of India to the world has already begun. That movement will grow amid the disasters of time. More and more eyes are turning towards her with hope. And there is even an increasing resort.
Come on, cricket. Cricket, come on. I'm not a sports person. I really am not. I know nothing about how the game is played, but the U.S. has no sports. The U.S. only has sports that the U.S. can win, so they made up their own sports. They have their own football. They call football by a completely different word here, so no one will play it, soccer. They have baseball, not cricket, which I think only Japan plays baseball because after World War II, we basically forced it there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we don't play cricket. We don't play the real football. We do, but we don't pay attention to it. We don't even play hockey. We don't, there's so many freaking sports that we just don't bother with because if America can't be number one, what's the point? But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying this, but at the same time, it's like a lot of people, this isn't just India, it's every nation. Every nation needs to have a broader perspective, a more understanding viewpoint. Being able to accept each other, being able to talk to each other, being able to see not see eye to eye, but able to see someone else's differences. Being able to see someone else's differences. Like that's one thing my wife brings up, like, oh, well, this might happen, this might happen, this might happen. And I'm like, well, when I'm in India, I don't care about that. Whatever happens, happens. Some people will look at me and judge me because of who I am, but I can't control them. I can only control how I react to people. And if someone doesn't care about me, it don't matter. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to like me. You really don't. I mean, you can hate me all you want. I mean, I'm a very rude person, I guess. I speak my mind, and I can be offensive even when I don't mean to be. But at the same time, I try to accept other people and try to not pester them. If I know someone doesn't like me, why bother talking to them? I'm not going to force who I am on someone. There's no point. I'm comfortable in dead silence. I'm comfortable with that kind of stuff. But a lot of people, like my wife is always confused. It's like, oh, this might happen. This might happen. This might happen. It's like, so? Things happen. We just move on with our life. We can't control other people. We can control how we respond. And just being the bigger person. Yes, we can point at people being ridiculous and being small-minded and look at them and just point and laugh and be like, did you even think before you said something? I mean, I do that all the time. I don't think, I just speak. But that's the thing. People need to learn that not everyone is the same. I think that's the biggest issue. Everyone has the mindset that I am right. And for me being right, everyone else is wrong. That's the issue. Like, it's okay to be right. I know I am right. But the problem is, I have opinions and perspectives that are completely different than other people. So even though I am right, doesn't make me right to someone else. If that makes any sense.
Only to her teachings, but to a psychic and spiritual practice.
Yoga. Meditation. So many things have gone around the world already. Cooking, the food is perfect. Well, the food, and then, well, I grew up on Mexican food, so I know what good food tastes like. Not the typical bland, tasteless, nothing but salt put on. No, I like flavor. I like spices. I like all of that. Like being in India, and I'd like, oh, can I get this spicy? They'd look at me. And then they bring something out that's bland, and I'm like, no, I didn't ask for this. I wanted it spicy. And then my wife had to explain, oh, he's not your typical, he's Hispanic. Like, I was like, okay. And then they bring it out, and then my nose is running, my ears are burning, and I'm like, yes, this is actually good. This is actually good.
The final dream was a step in evolution, which would raise man to a higher and larger consciousness and begin the solution of the problems which had perplexed and vexed him since he first began to think.
It's funny how the main problem is thinking. The ability to think is one of the biggest issues for us humans. We have the ability to think. Some people don't. Let's be honest. There are some people out there who don't have the ability to think or argue with someone they're talking with. They'll just listen to what that person says and be like, yes, sir, I'll listen to what you say. Oh, you say it's okay for people to enter the country illegally? I'll listen to you. It's not okay. It's not okay. But yes, the ability to think. The ability to discuss, the ability to have discussion and open dialogue is the most important thing.
And to dream of individual perfection and a perfect society.
No such thing.
If this evolution is to take place, since it must proceed through a growth of the spirit and the inner consciousness, the initiative can come from India. And although the scope must be universal, the central movement may be hers. Such is the content which I put into this date of India's liberation. Whether or how far this hope will be justified depends upon the new and free India.
That was great. But that's the thing, like, I disagree. It isn't just India. It is not just India. Every nation has a voice. Every nation has to take part. Every nation has to be able to think and act according, because every nation has their own what is right, what is wrong, what is correct, what is just that's the issue. But you have to be able to accept the others. Those who don't think are one worry less. You can pause. I paused. Oh my gosh. But I freaking enjoyed it. There's so much in this that is relevant to basically every nation, because every nation falls under the same category. Every nation falls under the ability to hate their neighbor, the ability to dislike just the most ridiculous things. Like, I understand that I am hated by people, and that's perfectly fine. I accept that, and because of that, they can be them. As long as there is no violent acts done one way or another, it's perfectly fine. It's okay to dislike some people. It's absolutely okay. Like, no one's gonna see eye to eye. I mean, there are people that I could be around that I just couldn't even stand, probably. I mean, I haven't come across them because I'm normally just I know who I am. And I know how to handle myself in most situations. So for me, it's not a big deal because I remember to meet my wife's family. I flew all the way to India, and then I basically cornered them, sat down, and was talking with them. And my cousin was asking me, it's like, weren't you scared or anything? It's like, why? Why? I want to be a part of the family. This is my family. Well, why would I be nervous around my family? Because that's how I went into it. In my mind, I was like, this is my family. Even though they aren't yet my family, this is my family. Why would I be nervous around my family? I probably made people nervous because here I am, 6'4", 6'5", walking in and just saying hi, acting as if I know them all. Because in my mind, I'm like, it's family. Why would I act any different around my wife's family than I do around my own? But everyone has their own perspectives. Everyone has their own views. But maybe some people will view what I did as absolutely wrong. And that's absolutely okay. That is what lacks in people nowadays. Yeah. A lot of people don't have the ability to just outright sit down and talk to people. I was lucky enough to have a kind of a grandparent who, Grandpa Ray, he absolutely amazing man. He would sit down and just talk to people for hours on end. I remember having my friend Ibrahim, Muslim, who I brought to Thanksgiving dinner once. And my Grandpa Ray sat down and spoke to him for, I think, 3 hours during Thanksgiving. 3 hours asking him about his faith, asking him about his belief, asking him about the reasons for prayer, asking him about all this extra stuff. That's just how you do it. You have to learn about everyone. And my Grandpa Ray wasn't a Muslim. He just was excited to learn. Why do you do this? Just curious. And I learned from that. It's like, even though I'm not as curious as him, I learned to be accepting, because I had a cousin who, my Grandpa Ray said one thing once, and she got mad at him because, oh, it says this. Oh, it says this in the Bible. Oh, it says this in the Bible. And that's the thing. It's like, no matter what faith you are, no matter what politics you are, there are people who will always be so radicalized that they become a problem, that they are the problem of that belief, that they are the problem. Every religion, every faith, every political belief, every ethnicity, every sex, they all have their own downfalls by certain people in those communities. And you just have to know that going in. You can't just look at a community and be like, all these people are evil. You can't. Oh, man. Human-to-human conversations are pathways to enlightenment. Yep. Like I've always said, I hate people. I love the individual. Like, there are no two people in this world who will ever see eye to eye on the same exact thing. That's why I hate it when you get like these political movements all about, like in the US, it's like transgender rights or all. It's like, you guys, like in Canada, there was a Pride Month and a Free Palestine protest going on at the same time. They were both leftist parties. And the Free Palestine protest was getting in the way of the Pride Month movement because they were eating each other. It was like, my value is worth more than yours. It was like, no, just accept each other. Don't belittle another person for not seeing, for wanting to have fun themselves and not focusing on the tragedy of what's going on in another place in the world. You have to be able to accept each individual group. You can't just be, oh, I'm absolutely right, because no one will ever see eye to eye. I mean, heck, I've probably said things and reacted to things and had completely different opinions than all of you have. Am I right? I'm absolutely right. I've gotten comments where, I know you're being honest, but I don't like it. And I'm like, yeah, Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. And it's okay. It's okay to dislike what I say. It's okay to dislike how I perceive something, or that I didn't look into it. Or the biggest issue I have is like, oh, you shouldn't watch this. You should read all the scriptures first. I'm not going to spend 3 years reading every single book on the subject just so I can watch a show. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. I may offend a few people for saying that, but I'm not going to tell someone, oh, before you watch The Passion of the Christ, be sure to read the Bible. Like, no. If you want to watch the movie, watch it. Don't do any research beforehand. What's the point of the movie if you have to go and study? But yeah, I really, really, really like this. There is so much there that is just the fact that it's like focusing on India, but it's like, no, it's not just India. It's really not just India. Every part of the world should listen to it. Every part of the world should see it, and remove India with China. Remove India with Russia. Remove India with Canada. Remove India with America. Remove India with Mexico. And it still holds true. It still holds true because everyone should be able to see the unity in their own nation and be able to see the unity and the prosperity they can offer to the rest of the world. Because there's nothing wrong with that.
You guys got a video? It's so bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait like that.